Hey y'all, happy 2022. I have not felt like recording all year, but I did kind of like a galaxy color on my locks. Um, and I noticed, I'm just gonna jump right into it. It ended up fading one of the colors out of my locks, I think from one of the products that I'm using in my hair. Even though I've used that product, the whole time I've had my locks. My first set in this set, and I've colored my locks the whole time. For whatever reason, this time it has removed the color from my hair, and I'll include a few photos so that you can see what it initially looked like to what it ended up fading out to. So I've already washed my hair, and I think I have all my supplies. It looks a hot mess right now, y'all. It looked better earlier today, but right now it looks a hot mess. I forgot the other mirror. Let me just turn around so you can see what we're working with. I did, all my colors are by Adore. The teal color is 117 aquamarine. The pink, which you can see there was some pink in it, but it's not right. And this is where it's light. That's where my blonde is sticking through. So I'm gonna have to, I gotta freshen up my color. I did a basic pattern. I did put some of other colors on some of my ends, and I'm wanting to put, and I made this mystery color, and I wish I could duplicate it, but I'm not sure what I put together to give me that purple, but that purple will go with the teal and the pink rose 82 Adore. Really good. Initially, this one, nope, that ain't it. I didn't bring my ocean blue. Ocean blue is this one, but after I initially put it on, I did lift my hair because it was so dark. But basically, I did the same pattern on both sides of my head, and there's some more of that mystery purple in there too. I really like it. I don't know how I got it that color. My roots are dark because I haven't refreshed. No, I haven't lifted my roots. I'm not gonna lift them, but I'm going to show you my pattern. My pattern on both sides is the same. I have thicker hair on this side of my head than I do on this side of my head, but I did the same thing on both parts. I have 2 rows of the pink rose 82 Adore pink rose, and then I had 1 row of the ocean blue. You can see in the camera that started out as the ocean blue, but I put some teal on it. So I did 1 row of the ocean blue. These locks over here are thicker than the ones on this side of my head. Then I did 1 row of teal. So what we're gonna do tonight, I like the ocean blue, but I'm gonna put the teal over it too. I think it'll give me a darker purple. That's what it did last time. So instead of doing 2 different colors, a different color on each row, I'm doing 1 color for this whole section. I like the teal better than the ocean blue. The ocean blue may end up turning purple. I'm not sure. I'm gonna just let it do what it do. Then I'll put the rose gold for the ones that have color on the end. I'm gonna leave that color on the ends. The pattern is the same over here except for rando. I did decide to do a couple of random things when I saw it. The majority of my hair was the rose pink. So, and like I said, my blonde, I think it's because I'm putting rose water and glycerin on my hair every day, and for whatever reason, this particular color does not like that. So, the only other thing I'm gonna do different, and then I had an odd green back here somewhere. This is it. Is that it? No. But again, a row of teal. There's the odd green. These are thinner on this side. My hair is not as thick on this side, not as dense. But I got an odd green in there, and I like that odd green. But I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Make that all teal. It kind of went to purple when I lifted it. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna put all teal there, and then even though you can't see it very well, there are 2 rows over here. 1, 2, 3. I just have to fix that because I do my sideburns as its own lock. So I'm gonna quit talking and get started. I need to, and I've already washed my hair with certain colors. Read the directions, whether or not you need to wash your hair or do it dirty. I know when you're lifting hair, you want to do, excuse me, you want to do that on dirty hair. You need that excess oil and stuff, because that's an even harsher process than depositing color. But we gotta get this color together. I can't go to church with my hair looking like this. Even though I'm gonna end up putting beanie on because oof. I'm not retwisting my hair tonight. There's no way. I worked 2 shifts today. Ain't gonna be no hair retwisting. I'm putting this everywhere because I end up getting color everywhere. So, put it everywhere. Put my gloves on. I have my foil paper. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 can go up. 1, 2. Let's see. I need a clip. I know I'm supposed to let that be, but that's too far away. So, now just do it a section at a time. All I'm doing is finishing my sections, so it'll be easier to get through coloring. Sorry, I don't have no music. Let me put on some gloves. I do a story time, some stupid drama in my life right now, which I try to stay away from them as much as possible, especially as I'm healing and going through therapy, which has been extremely helpful. I feel amazing. This is the best I've ever felt in my life. But life happens. And so things don't always go as smoothly as you would like. But you just gotta roll with it. Keep your head up. Dust your shoulders off. Keep moving forward. The key is never to stop trying. That's the key. Never stop trying. Another day you have alive is another opportunity. You have to get it together. So, let's get this teal on here. But here's the story time. So, my mama's neighbor's son has decided to breed bullies, American bullies. Oh, crap. I forgot to put the glove on my other hand. He's decided he's going to breed American bullies. He's been doing it probably since October, November, maybe even longer than that. I don't recall. But there's been several issues with the dogs because they're not on a leash. And this green is coming up. This teal is coming up like green on the camera. It's not that green. I like that green too, though. I want a grass green eventually. I'll figure that out. But anyway, this young fellow has decided that he is going to breed dogs. Fine, cool, do you? The problem is he never has them on a leash. It's between 6 to 8 of them, and if one take off running, all of them follow. So we have asked him several times to keep the dogs off my mother's property, to the effect that she has just completely asked them to stay off her property. They've been neighbors for, since I was, I was going to the 7th grade when my mom bought her house. And so that whole time we've been neighbors, good neighbors. You know, the wife comes over and borrows like sugar, butter, stuff like that. Her husband is really helpful and he has tools when you need tools. So, you know, we've been good neighbors. No problems. Until the son and these dogs. For whatever reason, even though their backyard is larger in my mother's backyard. They just flat out refuse to bring the dogs out on leashes and keep the dogs out of my mama's yard. The most recent incidents were that the dogs charged at one of my cousins at my niece's graduation gathering. My cousin's daughter went outside and here come the dogs. So this is all the time. I may not end up using the full. We'll see what happens. I've talked to the mom. I've talked to the dad. I've talked to the young man. He's 20, 21. I think 21. I've talked to everybody, like trying to help come up with a resolution. They've charged at my mom one time when I had dropped her back off taking her to the store, and she had gotten out of the car, and here they come, and so she twisted her back trying to hurry up and get back in the car, because they don't mind the guy. He don't have any control of them. They do what they want to do, and I cannot understand for the life of me what is so hard about keeping the dogs off my mom's property. I ain't been a jerk about it. I could have acted like I acted like with the other lady many years ago. I'm trying to be a better person, so I didn't do that. But they just flat out refuse to keep the dogs off the property. More so the son, his girlfriend, and the mom, more so than the dad. But I talked to the mom. I've talked to her several times. I've talked to the dad like 2 or 3 times, and I talked to the young man a few times, and you know, it's still happening. So the mom, if there's an incident, she gets mad afterward and she won't talk to you. And so, like I said, I'm on my healing journey and all that kind of stuff. And some kind of energies, I'm not dealing with it anymore. I'm not fooling with it. Don't bring it around. Not gonna deal with it. So when there's an incident, and like I said, there were 2 in 2 days of the Memorial Day weekend. Thankfully, I was on vacation at the beach. There was the issue with my cousin's daughter, and then something happened between them and my brother like the next day. I've been trying to keep it cordial. It was very good. I was at the beach because, you know, you go to therapy and you be healing and start acting different and moving different. But you healing, it's a process. So you never know when that other side gonna pop back up and be like, hey. So I was actually glad that I wasn't here when everything went down. So, the mom, I had gotten home Monday night, went and worked my second job Monday night, and the mom usually speaks. They always speak. We always speak. And I was out on the porch Tuesday morning working from home, and the mom was like outside or whatever, and I spoke, and she just like acted like I hadn't said anything. I'm gonna go ahead and put I ain't gonna do all of them. But I do want, let's see, this one. I'm gonna pick and choose for these ends. But the mom doesn't speak. Now, mind you, like I said, every time there's an incident, she won't talk. But it's only an incident because I guess your son run your house. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't live there. I don't know. I don't know their business. But you the mama. I talk to the mama. I talk to the daddy. They the owners of the house. Talk to both of them. It's still happening. Still happening. Still happening. So every time something happens, she always want to ignore you. Act like she don't see you. And the driveways are so close. It's ridiculous. I mean, so trying to act like you don't see somebody is hilarious. But so when she left to go to work, I threw my hand up. She straight up acted like she didn't see me. So I started laughing. I was like, oh Lord, here we go again. And then I thought to myself, I was like, daggum, I wasn't even in town. But okay, whatever. And so so that was Tuesday. Then Wednesday, I went outside and she just so happened to be outside. Somebody was in their driveway and she just so happened to be outside. And I spoke and she didn't speak. I said, oh yeah, she really on one again. Here we go. Kind of laughed it off, no biggie. So then, that same day, Wednesday, she came back out later, and she was talking to me. And so, I was like, I said her name. I was like, were you ignoring me earlier? At first, she was like, no. And then she came over and she started talking about what happened. I said, well, I wasn't here, so I don't have to know, the details. My mama told me a little bit. Like I said, I was in vacation mode. I wasn't trying to hear about the drama. So I told her, I said, that's not what I'm talking about. I said, I wasn't here, so I don't want to hear about it. I'm not worried about that. So then she was like, I was so proud of my son. I was so proud of him. Now, mind you, my brother is arguing with this little boy's girlfriend who don't live over there. She come wash clothes over there. So, and she helps with the dogs. So he's arguing with this girl. That's apparently what happened the next day. And they going back and forth. And my mom told me the little girl said, y'all can buy a fence too, ma'am. We don't have nothing that need to be fenced in to be buying a fence. And y'all the ones that can't stay in your yard. So we not the ones that need a fence. Y'all need a fence. And so, okay, let me focus. So that's what Mama was telling me or whatever. I was kind of laughing about it, like, for real, that's what she said. Because you don't even live there, little girl. It's not like that's your boyfriend's house. That's your boyfriend's parents' house. And you telling your boyfriend's parents, neighbors, that they need to buy a fence because for whatever reason, y'all can't seem to keep the dog out my mama's yard. See? That's that funny looking purple. I wonder what color it's gonna end up being. I mixed that teal and the rose, and it was giving me a dark purple. It was not giving me that bright purple, but if that bright purple stays, I'm gonna love it. But anyway, back to the story then. So my brother's going back and forth for whatever reason, and they finally left with the dogs. Cause y'all, when I tell you, I done reported them to animal control. It has gotten so ridiculous. Like, I pulled up one night and I still don't know who it was, but they were outside at, my mom got this light pole that she had put in the backyard when we moved over here. And so that's on her property. Why are you standing on the left side of the light pole letting your dogs poop? Like, your property is on the right side of the pole. And this is after I've talked to this young man, I know twice about this situation. And so I'm agitated, but right now I feel like you the devil. You just flat out the devil. Either you retarded or you just being the devil, trying to get people, you know, worked up and stuff and in a different space, and just because ain't nobody done nothing to you, just because you want to be a jerk, just because that's the reason, that's what we're doing. So y'all, I'm not really putting the color on my roots because my roots are black and gray, and this color does not cover gray well, so kind of ain't no point. But yeah, I've the mama's mad about me having did a complaint online with animal control, because apparently animal control be rolling by to see if they can catch the dogs out. And she was talking about one day, more recently, she was whining about it. They might grab the other little dog that's an actual family pet, more so than a breeded dog. It's not a bully, and they've had that dog for probably 10 years or more. I'm not sure, but let me get back to the story. I'm all over the place. So, oh yeah, I'm making purple again. Thing's gonna be fine. Okay, so I was like, you know, are you ignoring me? Or she was like, no. Then she said, she had said that she was proud of her son or what have you. And I was like, your son she was proud of her son because her son, even though he was right there, he wouldn't argue with my brother. He was letting his girlfriend do all the arguing for him. You proud of that? The thing is, if your son just complied with the request of his neighbor, it wouldn't be no issues at all. It wouldn't be no problems, no situations, none of that. But the problem is the son that you're so proud of is not respecting the neighbor's wishes, and that's not cool. And you don't just just walk around life just doing what you want to do with all this disregard for what somebody else say. It's like his daddy said, it's consequences to every action. Because I finally just told him, I was like, man, I'm at the point where I sent the boy a message, and I was like, you know, at this point, I'm gonna just call the police because you trespassing, you don't pay attention. So really hadn't had no issues since I told him that I was just gonna call the police, and so I thought we were cool, thought we were good. Had even just mentioned, you know, we hadn't had no issues with the dogs. We got a system together, which we shouldn't even have to do that, but we got a system together. Because again, when they let the dogs out, the dogs don't do nothing they tell them to do. Them dogs do what they want to do, and if they see you over there, they finna run towards you. So, you know, for this to have happened, like right after those conversations about things getting better, it's like, and y'all, this has been going on for months. I kid you not, because I filed the report, the complaint with animal control back in January. So everything had been okay since then. 2 incidents in 2 days. So long story short, let me get back to the conversation with his mama. She was talking about how proud she was of him. And I just looked at her like she was stupid because I thought that was a stupid comment to make. And I told her, I said, you know, we hadn't, oh, she was like, oh my God, it was like Nightmare Next Door, how your brother acted and blah, 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 this, that, and the other. I said, if y'all would just stay off my mama's property, what, my brother wouldn't have to act that way. I said, we've been asking y'all over and over again to just stay off the property. Y'all just flat out refuse. So then, do you know, this stupid woman said to me, even though my mama has asked you to stay off her property, and you swear up and down you don't be on the property unless we talking to you or whatever, then you come over here. Well, you gonna let me know that at least you come over and pick up the dog duty off my mama's property. So now you're telling me you complicit in the bullshit. Talking about we've been neighbors for 35 years, over 35 years, and ain't never happened. I said, Angie, everything was fine till your son came with the dogs, and y'all don't respect people's wishes. I asked her when she said she was picking the dog shit up out my mama's yard. I said, Angie, why is it in my mama's yard to begin with for you to pick it up? She just looked at me, stupid face. No response. Talking about we've been good neighbors for all these years and this, that, and the third. Yeah, we've been good neighbors till your son came with the BS with the dogs. And you co-signing it, complicit in my mama's yard, running around doing a doodle treasure hunt at who knows what hours of the day and night. But you swear you don't be on my mama's property. So I have 2 thoughts about the situation because there are other extenuating circumstances that I will not mention. But I think that her colonizing ancestry, and if you know where my mama lived, you following what I'm saying. Her colonizing ancestry is kicking in that we can go where we want to go when we want to, and we can take your stuff if we want to. And baby, I respect and love and appreciate my ancestors have done, but We are not our ancestors. Y'all, if you know me, you know I will snap, crackle, and pop. I have been so good. I ain't cussed at nobody. I ain't none of that. I have been good. Like, for real. I'm trying not to give it much energy. Like, I've decided either one, you feeling your ancestress ways. I want what I want when I want. And I don't care how you feel about it. I'm going to just take it and do it. Or two, and we know that you obviously have no respect. Either way, whichever A or B, it boils down to a lack of respect for a good neighbor for over 35 years. But let me continue. Yeah. So they finally packed the dogs up after this run-in with my brother and the girlfriend and the proud mother, because her son didn't say anything and he allowed his girlfriend to argue on his behalf, I guess, while he stood there with his hands in his pockets. She was proud of him. All right. So either it's a ancestry issue, or you just plain old dumb. You dumb, and that's why your son dumb, because it ran through the genetics. And yeah, it's one of the two. I can't think of anything else it could possibly be. Like, I can't, nothing comes to mind of what else it could possibly be. Like, it's either them ancestors are showing up. Y'all, I be needing the back of my neck cut all the time. So bad. My mama tells me I'm a wolverine, a wolf. She tells me I'm a wolf. All this hair. But yeah. So I want to know if y'all think, what do y'all think it is? Like, what do you think the reasoning is behind the complete and utter disrespect? Because, like, you've been asked nicely. And I'm not even going to go into the story time of when this same kid was a kid and him and one of my nephews got ran up on the car and on the trampoline in the backyard because of another neighbor letting her dog run loose. Or the other story time, the ancestor, that I really think that's what it is. That lady, she got bit by the man that used to live behind them, like maybe 15, 20 years ago. So you've gotten bit by a dog. You understand how this works. I don't know if they sued him or not, because I think her husband and the man were friendly or whatever. So I don't know what happened. It ain't my concern. But as far as my mama yard, that is all my concern. So, long story short, first she told me now she wouldn't ignore me. Then she said, well, she was in a bad mood. Then she said, what did she say? She was in a bad mood. First, she wasn't ignoring me. Then she was in a bad mood. Oh, and she was crying. Girl, Girl, don't get me started on no white girl tears. I don't care nothing about no white girl tears. And you run around here more emotional than old Tanya. I don't care nothing about them white girl tears. I don't. And if you are Caucasian and watching my video, as long as you don't do that foolishness, I'm not referring to you. But if that's the mess you own, I don't care nothing about that. Nothing. Because y'all's tears have been an issue for years. Years. But that's not what we're here to talk about. So I basically just told her. Since she couldn't come up with a reason. And I was just asking for information purposes. I just needed to know. Because like I said, I don't really have no stupid stuff in my life. Like, this is looking like drama. I just did a whole plop of color on something. This is looking like drama, and I don't do that. So I just told her, I was like, check this out. Since you feeling some type of way to where you think it's okay to ignore me when it suits you, and then turn around and start back talking to me when it suits you. Because she's the one who started back talking to me. She was like, oh, it's hot outside. You gonna sit out here? Ma'am, didn't you ignore me earlier? Why are you talking to me right now? What is going on? You ignored me the other day. Why are you talking to me right now? What is going on? Like, and because I know this is normal for you, this is what you do, honey, let me help you. I'm gonna need you to do me a favor. Keep that same energy. You don't want to talk to me Tuesday because you feeling some type of way? Keep that same energy. Don't talk to me on Wednesday. Don't talk to me on Thursday. Don't talk to me on Friday. Don't talk to me on Saturday. Either you're going to talk to me or you're not. But all this back and forth over something that you are complicit with, and because you choose not to sell my mama's property, you won't be mad at us. Girl, bye. Bye. So, that's my version of story time. Y'all, I'm not good at telling stories because I be getting off track. I be forgetting what I'm supposed to be doing. I did good keeping up tonight though, and I be long-winded. But yeah, so that's the situation with the neighbors. They finally went on and took the dogs away, and she's like, "Well, they not coming back till we get a fence built." I said, they should have been gone. She said, it felt like the neighbor from Nightmare Neighbor of Investigation discovered. I said, how you think we've been feeling the last couple, however many months? Every question I had, she either lying to me or making up some BS. Girl, stop talking to me. But, you know, sometimes it takes 30 plus years to really see who a person is and if they genuinely respect and have love for you or not. Sometimes it takes 30 years to figure that out, unfortunately. But once you know, and you deal accordingly. And the way I choose to deal with things that do not serve me any longer, I don't give it my energy. I can talk about it. I can laugh about it. But this ain't even fully funny. Cause you're disrespectful. And you put our visitors at risk. And that's just not cool at all. So, you know, as long as the dogs stay gone, as long as they really do stay gone, or if they put a leash on them, or if you just keep them out in your yard. I swear don't nobody care that you got dogs. Just keep them in your yard. My mama saw dude run over into her yard one day when she was working from home. She was sitting at the kitchen table. Dude ran across her yard with the dogs. Why? Disrespectful. Ancestry. That's that ancestry. That's really what I think it is at this point. That's that ancestry. I don't care nothing about that. You're not finna do that at Regina house. Because Regina kid's crazy. And she know it. So yeah. But anyway, like I said, that was my attempt at a story time. I hope that you enjoyed it. I know it wasn't all that juicy and stuff, but I don't do drama. So that was juicy for me. For now. I may start doing stories of my love life, because that'd be where the foolishness is. But even that, I don't even give as much energy as I used to. Because I used to care so much, go so hard. This girl is gone. Ladies and gentlemen, either the folk gonna do right by you or they ain't. And if they don't, you find somebody who will. Leave it alone. Work on you. Everything that's supposed to happen gonna happen. When and how it's supposed to happen. At least that's what I believe. So I'll be back in about 30 minutes. Well, you won't know. In about 5 seconds as far as you are concerned. Sorry this video is so long. And I'm mad about YouTube. Apparently, some of my old videos got flagged for copyright infringement. I don't know if it was the music that I used in them that was available through my phone that I thought I could use, or what. But some of my videos had like over 1,000 views on them aren't up anymore. And I'm really, y'all, I am not one for all this technology. I'm like an old lady on the inside. I sit at the computer every day. I don't care nothing about it. I don't. So, I don't know what I did wrong, but I decided I wasn't putting no music in. I mean, I don't think I'll be able to speed it up, because I don't know if you'll be able to hear the story time. Like it'll be sounding all weird. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I ain't even gonna tell y'all I'm gonna be uploading consistently, because I probably won't. I just ain't about all of it. It's nice. It's pretty nice. But I'll be back so we can see what this color looks like. This is where I'm gonna insert the first galaxy color that I did. I think you'll like it. It looks pretty cool. And it'll be almost over when I come back. Bye. All right, y'all. It is several days later, and just a second look at the final product. I didn't realize that I had put color on all of my pink ends in the front, so the pink is not as full as it was the first time around. So the first sets of pictures is from the first attempt at the galaxy color, and then it shows the pictures on my way to the beach and at the beach shows where my color actually faded out. Again, I'm assuming it's because I was using rose water with glycerin pretty much every day, which I'm assuming may equate to washing your hair several times. So that's why I'm assuming that my color faded, but I still don't really know. Yeah, then the other pictures are on there of this. And then the back, I have not retwisted at all. It's so bushy and thick, but I kind of like the volume. Plus, I haven't been up long, so I still have bedhead this morning. But again, I used a door. This time for the redo, I only did the aquamarine and the pink rose. I'm thinking about changing from the pink rose and going to violet gem, I think it is, because the pink rose is looking more reddish pink than fuchsia. And I was going for fuchsia, so I may just go on and do purple. Who knows? I don't know. I was able to create that in between color purple. I just put the teal on top of the pink rose. Yeah, that's what made the purple, which I don't quite understand because when you put it on paper, it makes it really, really dark, but on your hair, it's not so dark. But whatever, that's it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, follow my channel for more sporadic videos, because I don't know when I'm going to do videos, y'all. I work 2 jobs. I'm working like a crazy person. I'm trying to buy a house, okay? I'm trying to get my house this year. So, that is priority 1. Peace out. Love y'all.